Hi all, good morning. Yesterday we have completed this, like we have just walked through how ServiceNow works, who are the competitors for ServiceNow. And today we'll be discussing about how to create this PDI, and we'll also see some detailed information about this PDI. Okay, for that you need to have a active mail address which is working. Okay, so developer.servicenow.com is the URL. Before that, let's create a Gmail account too. You can just type create Gmail account, that will redirect you with this link. Create an account. So for creating the account, is it for personal use or for any of your child or for any work or business? You can choose. As we are doing it for personal use, you can give this first personal use information. So I'll be using the word snow because it's a another name for ServiceNow. In short name, we call it as snow. So just give your first name, last name. Shreya. No, no, Shreya. Yeah. You can choose any of this recommended one. If you are using the existing one, you can use that, but don't use your official mail IDs. Like if you are working for MNC, your company might be giving you some official mail address. So don't use those IDs and credentials here. Just go and create with your personal information, like personal one. Skip. So my ID is created. Let me keep it handy somewhere. Just a minute. Yeah, let me share. So I'm just keeping my mail for reference. Just agree the terms and conditions. My voice is audible, right? Or you want me to be bit more high?
Yeah, you are good.
Yeah, thank you. So once your account is created, so you have to make sure that you are just typing developer.servicenow.com. This URL I'll give you in the group, or in the chat also I'll provide it. You can access it from there. So see ServiceNow, this is the logo which is dedicated for the ServiceNow product, and they are telling this is the developer instance. But apart from that, what all we can do, see build apps that solve business problems faster, rapidly build, test, and deploy application that makes works better for your organization. Start building on Now platform with free account. So now we need not to pay anything for this. You also have a YouTube video to just watch the things. But to create an account, you just have to click on sign up and start building. Again, you just have to validate your first name, last name. That means you are going to create your ServiceNow account from here. So for example, I'll just give like Shreya. And here my mail ID, what I have created now. And just provide your country and the password, and make sure the password is meeting all this criteria: a upper case letters, lower case letters, a number, special character, and minimum of 8 characters, maximum of 100 characters it allows. uh, I'm okay sharing my password, but make sure you are having your password. So, and just make check this checkbox, the Apache, making sure that you are not a robot, and terms and conditions. You can also read them. Otherwise, you can also just uh, enable it and just click on Okay. After that, you'll be receiving a mail within next 5 to 10 minutes. And this mail is valid for, doesn't see email after 10 minutes. Check your spam folder. I think for a day. Yeah. It is valid for a day. After that, uh, even if you are verifying your mail address, it doesn't work. You have to again generate a new. And one more thing, like for example, we are creating this PDI account, okay, personal developer instance. Why I use the terms? Because once you start working in real time, your manager may say, go and try this POC on your PDI. POC is nothing but a proof of concept, okay, on your PDI. They'll not say that try it on your demo instance or something. They start using this technical terms. That's a thing that from the day one, I want to make sure that you are also uh, flexible to start using this technical terms that we use in our day-to-day activities. Okay. With this PDI, usually we have one drawback that if you are not using it for straight 10 days, for example, I'm using it today and tomorrow, but I gave a break. For next 10 days, I'm just not opening my account, then it will be taken back by ServiceNow pool. That means someone who is in the queue or someone who is raising a request for the ServiceNow developer instance, they may get our instance. Okay. So again, you have to go and request for the instance. Instead of that, daily open the instance and daily open the PDI and work on the concepts that we are going to learn in the class. Okay, that helps you a lot to because if you start practicing on PDI, you are almost eligible to use your real-time instance without a worry. Yeah, now I got a verify mail from ServiceNow. If you see you are receiving this email, we can confirm the email address for your ServiceNow ID. Either you can click on this button or the URL, anything is fine. Once it is validated, you'll have a active PDI account created for you. So let me log in back now. If I'm seems to be little fast, let me know. So here, hello Shreya. Sorry, sorry. Someone have any queries here? Lakshmi, you want to say something?
No, actually, you're a bit fast. Actually, better you can like
Sure, sure.
yeah.
Yeah. So actually, we are working on this creation of a new account. If you want, I'll just help you with those steps again. Just go and create one active Gmail account. Once your account is activated, you will receive a after activating your Gmail account, or you can use your existing Gmail, that is also fine, but make sure that is active. And once you create this developer instance, okay, using this URL, you just have to make sure that you provide your first name, last name, set a password, and for which country you belong to. This information you have to validate. Later, it will ask you for checking these terms and conditions. Once everything is passed, you will be redirected to a Gmail where you receive a verification mail. Once you verify your mail, your instance is up. That means your instance is active. So this is the step. Hello Shreya, help us tune your experience. So for what purpose you are using this platform or application? System is asking you. Yes, I need a developer oriented IDE or a guided experience. In guided experience, you just have some steps where you get guiding part and you have to implement it. This is not something we are looking for. We need a developer oriented IDE so that you can start using this IDE for creating your own requirements. Okay, so you can just select yes, I need a developer oriented IDE and move to next. And here, what best describes your job responsibilities? Like I want to be a developer and IT admin, so I'm just choosing both options here. I have read and agreed the ServiceNow developer side terms of use. So once you click on finish setup, see this is the home page or the PDI page you can consider. See here, you have a request instance. You can just click here. Your instance might take few seconds to be activated. Okay, meantime we'll be discussing what is this learn. So learn how to build apps on Now platform. What is this Now platform? Nothing but our ServiceNow platform. Even here we can build mobile applications. So to grow your skills, you have a learning plans and courses, teach you how to build apps and tackle your enterprise business needs. So the best way to start is to new to ServiceNow, ServiceNow administrator, ServiceNow application developer. They have even given in this hierarchy. So new to ServiceNow will give you what are the new concepts that a new user has to understand. Once you are familiar with these concepts, you can go with ServiceNow administrator, where the most required concepts are being taught, like basics you can consider. So everything will be covered in admin. Even when we start working as a developer, we need to have a knowledge on administration, otherwise you cannot be a successful developer. Because as a developer, it's not my duty to write 10 scripts or 20 scripts in a day. If I'm able to do it from tool configuration, it's a well and good that I'm giving less load to the system. Okay, that is what appreciated from ServiceNow too. And coming to ServiceNow application developer, once you are good with this admin activities, you can just move into development activities and learn some more uh, technical related stuff here. And see, all of them are free of cost. You need not to pay anything. See, once your instance is ready, you'll be receiving something like this. The instance URL is nothing but hypertext transfer protocol secure. Whatever the site we are accessing, ServiceNow make sure it is secure. And dev 222184, this is my instance number. Each of us will have their own instance number, and servicenow.com is the domain name. And we are given a admin rights here. What is admin? Admin is nothing but an administrator, system administrator. It is the most powerful role in ServiceNow. He can do anything in ServiceNow. There is nothing that admin cannot override certain functionalities in ServiceNow. So and remember, this admin role is not given to everyone until unless there is a need for having this role on their profiles. Okay, we'll be talking about roles and all. And there is a password. So what is this password? To log in into your instance, so using this URL, just validate this username and password. Keep your new instance active by developing on the instance or logging into the developer site. If your instance is inactive for 10 days, it will be reclaimed or released for other developers to use. The same statement which I have repeated in other words is that you have to make sure that your instance is up. At least if you're missing out today, try to open it tomorrow. Okay, so this is something you can keep it handy like this. You can copy it and paste it in a notepad, but I'll help you out with other information too. If you're missing out saving this, that's not a problem at all. Okay. Yeah, in this learning overview you have this. So advance your career with the learning plans, whatever we have seen here. See, citizen developer, this is another learning plan you have. New to ServiceNow, ServiceNow administrator, ServiceNow application developer. These three are again similar to your old one, where you get all the navigation information, user interface information, how to create application and using it, what are tables and other modules. So you have a detailed information. There are 14 modules, there are 13 modules, there are 22 modules. So if you're really having 1 2 hours in a day, I recommend going and enrolling in these courses, which are again free of price. Coming to courses, this is something, the learning material that is given by ServiceNow directly. Okay, so how to build your own app engine studio, and you have a guided setup here. So system will give you some prompt messages. Following those, you can do those mobile applications. See, you have a create a record producer user experience, create a catalog item user experience. So you have various modules. So as per your interest, you can enroll and start learning all this. Coming to tutorials, so usually mm, the recordings of certain required information, or like any blog service now, if you talk about this, uh, He's a Tomse. He's one of the dedicated resource for ServiceNow. He recently resigned ServiceNow, but he writes many articles. He even have a channel in YouTube where you can understand the basics of JavaScript from his channel. It's a very good place to upskill your knowledge in JavaScript and ServiceNow concepts. Okay. And coming to certification, as I told you, certification is also very important in ServiceNow. This is the actual concept from where they start measuring your knowledge or try to understand how good you are in ServiceNow. Okay, we have a micro certifications. Like if I talk about flow designer, it is a concept that we are going to learn. So in that particular concept, you also have a learnings, as well as once you clear this learnings, you'll have a certification provided by them. See, start your journey, learn something new, get credentialized. So you have a better journey plans. So you have different administrators, support specialists, adoption specialist. These are the different roles you have to seek your career in service now. You'll get a detailed information on this. You can just log in into this now platform and learn everything. Now platform is a service now site where you get all the learning information, and related to your certifications and all, you need to have a valid account created even in now learning profile. Just validate it with the same Gmail account which you are using for your developer instance creation. Okay, after creating your now learning, you can enroll into any flow designer or any other ATF concepts and get certified. Once you complete the course, you will also have a micro level certification. That is just a showcase that you know these concepts, but once you have a mainline certification added to your profile, that's really an added advantage. And also you can also just showcase the skills in the LinkedIn resume, even on Naukri. And most of the recruiters might be asking what type of certifications you hold, so it is good to have. And there is a free campaign going on for CSA, so utilize this opportunity. Again, I'm highlighting this point. Okay. So let me go back. So this is the certification. See, elevate your learnings. I'm sorry. Elevate your learnings with instructor lead classes. That is redirecting to that page. Yeah, the site is super fast today. I don't know. So certification with now learning. So this is like having some badge for your recognition in ServiceNow concepts. Okay. Now this reference, this is something very useful. Even today, many of our developers, consultants, architects even utilize this documentation. So regarding certain activities, like if I don't know some concepts in ServiceNow, okay, then instead of searching it on Google or some other blogs, you can directly gain that knowledge from ServiceNow documentation. See, server custom scope. We have a server custom scope, global scope, just custom scope. Okay, what are this REST? This is a type of integration we use, and we use REST method over there. So what APIs that supports this REST? What is the server global? So you can just open this and you can see APIs that are already having a list of information. See, glide ajax, which we will be implementing. This is for workspace. This is a different application scope. If I show you glide flow, so likewise we have so many APIs. API is nothing but a application programming interface. So this is the extension of your JavaScript libraries and methods, and these APIs are automated, guys, that are predefined, and we can call it as out of the box. And these APIs definitely make your work more simple and easy for you. So you have a details about each and every API that is being supported in ServiceNow. This is the actual place from where you can gain knowledge about how to search product documentation, how to read your documents, how to gain knowledge about one particular topic. See, product documentation, find out answers to your technical question, and learn how to use our products. So we are on our latest version, which is Xanadu. There will be a questions on this, how to search version name and all. Everything I'll be teaching you. You need not to worry. See, once I logged in into my profile, it has redirected me into this documentation. I didn't revalidate my credential. That is called as SSO, single sign-on. Okay, even for now learning, they have enabled this SSO. For community, SSO is enabled. So what is this SSO and all? Usually this stuff will be learning in integration part. If time permits, definitely I'll be helping you with those information too. And if you see release notes and upgrades, what is this release notes and upgrades? Each release will have a release concepts, right? What was released, what are the new features that was added, what is the use of this feature, how to use this particular feature in a best way. All this information you'll have it. So apart from that, see, these are the products ServiceNow have. They are various, they are not 10 or 12 or 20. Okay, if I talk about field service management, you can just open this and you can start understanding how this field service management works in ServiceNow. Okay, apart from that, there is a concept called UI policy, which I'm very new. Okay, then I can just type UI policy and I can have a detailed information. See, CUI policies dynamically change the behavior of information on a form or a control custom process flow for tasks. So like this, you'll have information how to create a UI policy. You have a tutorial, like video tutorial, and what role is required, who can create this, what is the navigation steps to create this UI policy, and what are the things that I have to keep in mind while creating this UI policy. Likewise, a detailed documentation is provided. Likewise, not only for this concept, you will have for every concept. If I'm talking about notifications, see, for notifications, we have a email notification, system notification, email client, inbound notification. So we can inherit lots of knowledge using this documentation. And a place which I recommend most is a product documentation, guys. So again, this are same as I told you, API information you'll have. And next experience is something other module users might be using. So everyone will be using the same PDI, right? That's the reason they give it handy for all the users with knowledge on different modules to access. Okay, coming to guides. What is this? Read our guides to get know our technology. That means what are the latest concepts that they are going to build, or what you can expect in upcoming versions. All this you can read it from these guides. So now platform guides, introduce yourself to the benefits of building on now platform. And developer program guides, as we know how to learn, build and develop in this service. Now you'll have a detailed steps again. And developer glossary, this is something important. The terms that we are using here, for example, UI policy, this is a technical term, I cannot give a nickname for it. Likewise, for A to Z, we have terms that we using it. For suppose your manager says some applet mobile which you are unaware, so you can directly come here and see, okay, user access mobile application data through mini application called applet. So like this I can gain some knowledge. This is also something useful for you to understand. uh, this is so much information, overwhelming. Where to start? Thank you. I'll show you where to start and all. And coming to PDI, personal developer instance, this is something very useful. As I told you, this is also a reason why ServiceNow is rapidly doing well in the market. Most of us, if I talk about, even I was very new to ServiceNow when I began with my ServiceNow journey. Then how do I learn the concepts? I used to practice a lot in my PDI. I used to try out some trial or error methods. So you can also do anything. You can reset the data back again. That is not an issue. So, but please utilize working on this PDI. Try to work at least 1 hour in a day so that you can understand how system is working in real time. Okay, coming to this connect, this is also one big thing which I have to say that helps you a lot when you're working on any complex cases. So what's new, upcoming and ongoing is going to happen, you can learn from this overview. Coming to blog, if you are working on something that is not there in ServiceNow, your team are building something on your own, then you can write a blog on that, see, read the latest updates from developer program, and you can also publish your blogs. That is also been recommended by ServiceNow. Coming to share, explore and share your projects. If your client is okay with sharing the project details, then you can also share it with others who are part of ServiceNow family to gain and share the knowledge. Community, this is something I want to highlight. People who are working for ServiceNow from ages, usually decades, or usually if I talk about ServiceNow came in the year 2004. Okay, from then most of them are into ServiceNow. They didn't move out of ServiceNow. So we have many architects, consultants, senior consultants, developers, junior developers. It could be anyone, testers, support engineers. Everyone will have an active community account. What is the use of this community account? You will also start using this for posting certain queries which you have in your day-to-day activities, or there is a complex requirement, you have 3 4 approaches for the same problem. So what is a better solution to validate? You can also check with other developers who are working in abroad or somewhere else, from any part of India, who are all contributing their services for ServiceNow, are join this community. So once you post your query, someone who is free to help you, someone wants to actually share their knowledge, will post a reply to you, and you can utilize that steps that they are going to guide you, and you can also find a solution, or you can take some inputs from them. So likewise, this is also a place where we have a family to help and share the knowledge. Okay, that is why communities are very important. Even today, most of the requirements, if I talk about, I want to create a parent child relationship of a table. I'm very new to it, I don't know how do I do that. If I go to YouTube, I have a number of URLs, but most of them are confusing. But here I'll get a detailed information saying that this is the first process, the next process is this, like this. People will be helping you, you can appreciate them, and even you can be a big contributor in this community, and you will gain some badges for this that will define again how good you are at ServiceNow concepts. Okay. And coming to events, usually ServiceNow host events in all the major cities like Hyderabad, Noida, Bangalore, and all. If you are really willing to join those events, just register. You'll have just block your calendar for the events. You can in person attend them, or if there are any online events that are running, you can also join there, and you can meet various uh, like various employees or colleagues who are part of this service now. Okay, this is about the learning reference guides connect we have on this PDI. Apart from that, see, this is something I want to discuss. So it clearly says that you are on your instance and your instance is online. For example, if my instance is waking up, that means I have opened my instance today and I skipped it for 2 days. It takes time to uh, open your instance. That time we call it as a waking up time, and you can see the status here and what release you are in. That means, are you working in Xanadu version, the latest version, or are you in any other version? You can track it here. What rights, that means what role you have in this particular PDI, you can understand from here. Is it like App Engine Studio to create any mobile applications? As I told you, it is not part of our ITSM module, but this PDI is available for all others who work for different modules of ServiceNow. Okay, Creator Studio, these are all predefined. That means these are all already available. Coming to plugin, certain functionalities are there in ServiceNow, but they are not directly available in ServiceNow. Then how do we actually start using the services? By activating certain plugins. For example, if I just click here on activate plugin, so I have a cloud management. So if I activate this plugin, I will have all the setup that is required for cloud management. It is free of cost. Most of the times plugins are free of cost, but if something is bit pricey, and if you are working for any MNCs, your company will bear the charges, nothing you have to pay from your pocket. Okay, so plugins, definitely will try to use them for 1 2 activities. And coming to manage email properties, so if ServiceNow instance can send and receive emails, to enable or disable email sending or receiving, you have to just enable this toggle button. Okay, you have a save button, just click here. And coming to release instance, first suppose I don't want this instance. See, by releasing your instance, you allow other developers to use that resource. Remember that this action doesn't give up your access to site. You'll only lose access to your personal developer instance. So what could be the reason I'm no longer using my instance? So you can select any of the option below and give back your account to ServiceNow pool. Okay, change user role. Usually we'll have a 2 roles in this PDI, which is App Engine Studio Creator and Admin role. We are not working on any App Engine creations, so you don't need Studio Creator role, but Admin role, the most powerful role. See, the Admin role fully access to your PDI, including ServiceNow Studio application development environment for professional developers. If you want to change the role, just check that role and change that role. Coming to remove demo data. What is this demo data? ServiceNow by default will give us some data like user data, incidents data. If you want, uh, let me close this unwanted tabs. I'll just duplicate this site. I'll be back to my home page. Just click on start building. It will redirect you to the native UI. Okay, agree. So with this demo data, actually, it is helpful to you to work on certain requirements, guys. See, I can go and assign incidents to users who are already there in the system. So if I type users, okay, this is the left navigator, unified navigator filter we call it, as this is located to our left side. In short name, we call it as a left navigator. And whenever you type users, you can see user administration. We have various modules, but under user administration, we'll be using this users. So you can just open this in new tab and you can see we are on user table. And if I just scroll down, we have 627 user data. This is nothing but a demo data. And I can delete this demo data. I can recover it back. If you don't want demo data at all on your system, you can also remove this. So you can also just go through this, what they have provided, just check this checkbox and remove demo data. But I don't recommend you to do that. Okay, this helps you while learning the concepts. Reset and wipe instance. As I told you, I have performed a number of activities. Now I just want to revert back my system to the older version or how it was in the beginning. Then you can reset this and wipe the instance. So if you want to give up your instance name, you can also do that. Otherwise, you can keep the same name and request for a new one. You have both the options. Yes, keep my instance name. No, give up my instance name and get a new one. So you just have to reset and wipe the instance. Okay, it is not necessary that you go and create another instance. Manage instance password. So most of us, like including me, I keep on forgetting my password. So here they'll give us the developer name, the URL to access it, the user name and the password. So even if you want to reset your instance password, just click on this hyperlink. System will reset a password and you can see the new password here. And from next time, whenever you want to log in into the ServiceNow account, you can use this password and username. If you want to send a copy to your email for handy, you can also do that. Okay. Coming to refresh. Refresh is nothing but how we refresh our system. Likewise, you can refresh the instance to see the latest changes. See, it is showing you refreshing instance. Previously, it was online. Yeah. Even now, you feel I'm bit fast.
No, I'm good
No,
actually.
no,
Thank
no,
you.
you're good. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, guys. No worries, every day we'll try to connect for 1 hour or 1 hour 10 minutes, right? So we can also discuss past days queries or current days queries. Okay, I appreciate to have a interactive sessions. uh, don't worry, I'm not here to judge you, I'm here to help you out, and I'm here to learn things from you, because everyone here are new to service now, including me, you can consider. Okay, I'm just sharing my knowledge, I'm not your tutor, I'm not your trainer, just treat me like your friend. Okay. So coming to upgrade instance, what is this upgrade instance? So here the current version is Xanadu patch 1 hotfix 2. What is this patch 1? Why we have hotfix? So whenever there is a new release, usually we'll have certain bugs or certain fixes need to be taken care, right? Or certain UI operations might be not working as they were working in the older version. So we notice, and not only us, many people from this ServiceNow community will start giving inputs to ServiceNow vendor saying that this functionality used to remain perfect in the older version, just revert back to the same version, we are unable to find it, or we are unable to work on this functionality more effectively. Some inputs like this we share, and they start working on those inputs and they fix those issues. See, we recommend upgrading to our latest release so that you get access to the latest features and functionalities. But whenever we upgrade the instance, we have some known fixes still, they are working on this. Okay, but this hot fix and patches will help you to have a like, we have a iOS 18 release and there was some issues on the control center, then 18.1 was released to fix those issues. Likewise, when we have certain issues here, they start fixing with the patch fix 1, patch fix 2, hot fix 1, hot fix 2. So you can also just click here and upgrade your instance. So upgrading instance and working on latest instance, like latest version, is a really a recommended method, because you will be having hands-on on the all the latest concepts that are available. And this point again, I'm going to highlight, instance with no activity over 10 days will be claimed back into the pool. So don't miss out this chance, or don't go and create multiple accounts again. So you can just reopen every day and start working and start doing certain activities here, what we are going to do in our class. Okay, so this is about the PDI, guys. And to see what content is available, you can see Xanadu, Washington DC, Vancouver, and up to this three versions only ServiceNow supports. But what are the other version names that, if I want to just make you understand, let me show you versions in ServiceNow. So ServiceNow versions and releases, this is the community link. If you just cross check, I'm just using community link. That means someone has already posted the names and all. See, GlideSoft was the name that was given to ServiceNow when it was introduced in the market in the year 2004. Okay, and how this ServiceNow came in the market and all, I'll be discussing. For 1-2 days, we'll have a little of theory along with the practical activity. Okay, so they started having like January 2006, February 2006, March 2006, and later they decided to have a seasonal names like summer 2008, winter 2009, spring 2009. Okay, and after that from 2011 they started following one naming convention, like aspirin country names: Berlin, Calgary, Dublin, Eureka, Fuji, Geneva, Helsinki, Istanbul, Jakarta, Kingston, London, Madrid, New York, Orlando, Paris, okay, Quebec, Rome, San Diego, Tokyo, Uthak, Vancouver, Washington. So we are on Washington previously. Now we are in Xanadu. Okay, and up to previously it was supposed, it used to support up to last 4 versions like Xanadu, Washington, Vancouver, Uthak. But now only up to 3 versions. That means if your system is running on Vancouver and there is a new release in this upcoming March, then whatever the functionalities that are available in Vancouver are may not be available for you. Most of them would be disabled. Again, you have to upgrade the instance. So we have a dedicated team to take care of these upgrades, and upgrade is also activity that is very important. Okay, So need not to worry if you are really interested. If I unfortunately I was never part of upgrade system. Usually the support teams take care of this. Being a senior developer, I didn't get much activity how the upgrades goes on, but I'll try to give you some inputs by researching on my own. Okay. Washington is an older version where certain features were actually added, and Genado is our latest version. If you see what is the release program registration opens from when users start testing this. Okay, preview begins, early availability for beginners. So you'll have information like this. See, exams like what, as I told you, Delta exams are nothing but whenever there is a new release, you just have to go and renewal your existing certifications. Is upgrade usually a major activity in projects? No, social. Usually we have a teams for every activity in ServiceNow. If you are working as a developer, you are not involved in upgrades. You are just taking care of your development activities. So upgrade team is there who will be taking care of your upgrade, and it is not required for every project. It only requires whenever there is a new release. Okay, and not every time your organization will keep on upgrading. For example, if I'm working on Vancouver, it will upgrade to Washington, not directly to Zenado. You got it? And they take a backup of files. Certain activities are involved. I'm sorry, I cannot. Okay, so do we need to test everyday functionality post upgrades? Yes, certain acts, not everything, but certain activities has to be rechecked once system is upgraded. Okay. Again, I'm just mentioning you, we have a team for upgrades who take care of this. For example, you have been part of upgrades project, then you will have to check certain functionalities like whether all the workflows that are majorly working are in place or not. For example, the majorly working the script includes are in place or not. Certain activities we have to see. That's it. Okay. So let me go back. Just give me a minute. So here I'll be just walking you through the notes that we share it within ourselves. Along with that, try to use this product documentation. So ServiceNow is a powerful now platform to build application that makes work better for your organization or to meet any business needs. And how to create this developer instance, I have given all the steps. So this is the URL, which again I share it in the group, and I'll also provide this notes. Okay. If you are not using your instance, it will be hibernated. um, okay, so activity, again, instance with no activity over 10 days will be claimed back into ServiceNow pool. Why am I highlighting these points? If you are not using it for straight 10 days, or in between if you are missing out, again you have to go and create a new one, right? ServiceNow was introduced in the year 2004, like Dravid, Lou, Fredley. We have many other partners, and the original name for ServiceNow is a GlideSoft. So GlideSoft was the given name for ServiceNow. Later, it got modified to ServiceNow. Okay, ServiceNow provides both platform has a service, software has a service. Everywhere you'll be hearing this. Sushil, if you don't mind, post our discussion. I'll be providing some inputs to your queries because I may miss my flow. Okay, platform has a service. So this platform has a service will give you certain features, and software has a service will give you certain other features. Both are important, and ServiceNow acts as a SaaS tool as well as a PaaS tool. And whenever you are giving an exam for any mainline certification like CSA and all, they might be asking what is the first name of our ServiceNow. Is it a PaaS tool or a SaaS tool? And you have to validate it like yes, it is a PaaS tool and SaaS tool, because here if I talk about, see, it's a SaaS offering tool because all the mid-range and large enterprises with a suite of application majorly focused on automating the processes. See, I can give a report to my manager, I can schedule a report to a manager. Like giving a report, that means every day at 8 a.m. I have to sit, uh, take that report at 9 a.m. I have to mail him. That is the usual old school method which I consider. But automation here is nothing but scheduling the report. If you schedule it for 1 year, every day without a fail, system is going to generate a report. And for suppose it is a holiday or a public holiday, okay, uh, there is no records at all and system doesn't send a report, you will have an option, if no records found, no need to send a report to the user. So that is how automation actually helps in ServiceNow. Okay, and when I talk about workflows or flow designers, you can use it in any IT, human resource, or customer services or technical desk areas. That helps you to have a better working model with the automated workflows and flow designer concepts. Okay, coming to PaaS offerings. What is this PaaS offerings? Allow customer to build custom business application. For example, I have a different entities. I work into pharmaceuticals. I work for entertainment, and I don't want to put all my data in one instance. I just want to have a different entities to store, I'm sorry, to store my information related to one entity in one environment and another information related to pharmaceuticals in another environment. That is also use of this single tenant architecture. Okay, and apart from that, we have a multitude of pre-built capabilities. What are these pre-built capabilities? Those are nothing but OOTB, out of the box functionalities. So usually your manager says this is a OOTB table. Why you're putting so much of efforts on this OOTB table? They may pass such comments. Then what is this OOTB? That means it is out of the box table. It is directly given by ServiceNow. No one has created it. The product, the vendor has given this um, table for us. You can utilize it, but you have a additional feasibility to modify or customize it. You got it? So, such as reporting concepts, integration, security standards, other robust features and applications are all already provided by ServiceNow in a form of out-of-the-box functionality. Okay, and single tenant architecture. As I told you, I have two businesses. One is into pharmaceuticals and entertainment, and in entertainment, I have a users who see too many movies or they are looking for some other entertainment related information. So according to their requirement, we'll be working and creating the working models. When it comes to pharmaceuticals, on the new investigations, we are going to create a new drug which may help users for certain diseases. So you'll have a different requirement here. So you'll have a two different entities. You'll also have a two different tenant architectures, like single tenant architecture, not a multi-tenant architecture. If it is multi-tenant architecture, there is it is not much secure. The expose of your data might be easy, or it is easy for the hackers to hack your information. So instead of that, this single tenant architecture is a bit pricey compared to multi-tenant architecture, but ServiceNow supports single tenant architecture only. Even in real time, you will have your own instance, your manager will have his own instance, but uh, all of our instances are interlinked. Sorry.
What is the meaning of single tenant architecture?
Single tenant architecture is nothing but I'm having my own PDI. When you create, you will have your own PDI.
So only I can use my own PDI. No one
Yes,
else can use.
exactly. No one can use your own PDI, but we'll have a common space once you're working in the real time. Okay, that is dedicatedly available only for your team members.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, they are going to create an account on your name and you can access it. No one can access that profile until unless you share your credentials.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. You are
Yeah.
saying to a single tenant architecture, we designed for one is for pharmaceutical and other one is
One is
for
for entertainment purpose. Okay.
entertainment. So
Yes,
entertainment who are in the entertainment team, they only can use
can
it, right?
access it exactly.
Uh,
Okay, yeah, it's a good catch. Only they can use it and they can only perform certain actions. And again, for example, we have 20 users in the entertainment entity, but out of them only 1 2 users are given admin rights. Others, they may give an ITL role or some other uh, required roles, but they are not given admin role, because admin role is given only to the required users, because admin can do anything in ServiceNow. He can go and delete the entire data in the system. That is not a good practice, right? If you give a powerful role to a junior who doesn't have much knowledge on the system, or by mistakenly he has modified the data. Okay, so we
Yes.
restrict this by roles. Okay, roles are very important, groups are very important. There are various questions on this. Okay, we'll be working on each and everything. Okay, this is just our 0th class, not even our first class. Okay.
Okay, okay. Got
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Thank
So ServiceNow uses single tenant architecture, which means each ServiceNow customers gets their own instance of Now platform on which they run applications, instead of sharing resource has occur in multi-tenant environment. Single tenant costs more to operate but grants the customer additional flexibility to customize their instance. This is also one reason. So if I work for Netflix will always look for their branding, right? We have a logo with Netflix icon, we have a domain name with Netflix name. Likewise, if you are working for some pharmaceutical company, they want to have their name on their sites. Likewise, you can also customize it. That is also an added advantage of using single tenant architecture. Okay, for any business promotions like branding their company logos or designing URL under company domain names, this single tenant architecture is supported. Coming to Zing, what is the Zing? This is a search engine. For suppose I don't know something, what do? I search it on Google or any other web browser, like using this search engine. Like I want to know about biryani. What do I type? Biryani, and it gives me some ample of information to read, and some URLs to refer. Likewise, if I want to know something in ServiceNow, we also have a built-in search engine. Okay, that is nothing but a global search, and the left navigator, which is giving us the results, it is also running based on this Zing search engine. Okay, see over here, if I type groups, so I'll have all the groups word, wherever the word group is there, it will search and it will display. But under user administration, I want to open the group, so I can understand, okay, there's this many groups. As a developer, I know under user administration, or as admin, I know this steps. Okay, you'll also be flexible understanding this navigation steps once you are into the um, learning all the basics of admin and pro level of development activities. Okay, see on this user, we have a backend name, which is sys underscore user underscore group. This is the label name. Okay, what we see is a label name, and what we use is a backend name. And if I just show you 44 groups are there, you can go and create your own group that is called as a custom group. You can add n number of users to that group, and all the users will have certain rules. Okay, we'll be talking about it. I'm just showing you how this groups, and here see there is a ServiceNow logo, but if I want to modify it, I can do that. And here if I give some username or something, let's suppose we'll copy this app engine admins. This is called as a global search. Okay, what is this app engine admins? You can just open it from here. Otherwise, if you are more flexible using it from navigator, you'll be doing that. Or if you have an incident record, your managers give you an incident number and says that try to look into this incident. You don't know the backend name of incident table. See, I just gave the group name, it has redirected me to that particular record, and I can just see there is one role and there are no group members to this group. In this way, this Jing search engine helps you, and this is out of the box functionality. ServiceNow is itself is a product, right? They have developed this and made it available for the users like us. Okay, it's an indexing search engine. By default, it is available, has a out of the box functionality used to search Now platform record data, and its engine is created entirely with ServiceNow code and implemented within relational model. What is this relational model? We have various tables in ServiceNow. If I talk about, if you start working in real time, you'll have 1 lakh plus tables. How these tables are interconnected with each other using this relational model. You don't do anything here. So ServiceNow itself take care of this relational model again. Okay. Again, to highlight it, the competitors are huge, like BMC Remedy. This was a very big hit, guys. Now even it got migrated into ServiceNow. Likewise, first Microsoft, IBM, Atlassian, Broadcom, Zira. Zira is also a very big competitor. Salesforce is a very, very big competitor. Cheerwell, SolarWinds, SAP. Okay. These are the competitors for ServiceNow. ServiceNow supports up to last 3 versions only. Previously, it was last 4 versions. And when there will be a release, every 6 months there will be a release. For example, 3 months is considered as a quarter. Quarter 1, then the next release will be in quarter 3. If it is quarter 2, the next release would be in quarter 4. Okay. So every 6 months new release with each version brings exciting new features, applications, implementation, and each upgrade improves upon the previous one. And the first version name is Aspen, like when they started giving these country names. And I'll just modify this. The current ongoing version is a Xanadu, and the previous version was a Washington. Okay, it might caught your attention. The names of the release are in alphabetic order following naming convention. They are named after cities from North America to South America, Europe, and Asia. Okay, I'll be just talking about this ITL concepts tomorrow. Is it fine, or you want me to go through this ITL also? I don't want to load so much into your brains in day 1.
Yeah, better to go with tomorrow.
Sure, yeah. So for today, just go and create a PDI account. Okay, personal developer instance, and I'll give you some activity to do. Just open this your like user profile, which is available to your left side, and try to explore what is this profile. Okay, and try to change the view from here to default view, and see what type of fields are available. Okay, see, this field is a suggestion field, this is a lookup field. Okay, this is a choice field, this is a string field. Likewise, you can, this is a checkbox field. All these are data types that we have. Okay, and if I just scroll down, I can see entitled custom tables. What is this? What are these roles? Which group he belongs to? And we have so much of information to learn in this related links. Okay, uh, so just explore this. I'm not telling you to do something here. And if time permits, just try to understand how this navigator is working. Like if you type problem, you have a problem menu and a module. See, this is the menu. When I just collapse it, this is the menu. And if I'm using problem records or problem table every day, I can directly add it to my favorites. So just click here on the star mark and click on done. And if you just reload, it is available on your favorites. And from next time, you can directly use whatever create new. That means that helps you to create a new problem record. What problem cases are assigned on your name, you can track it here. How many are opened, how many are open but not assigned. Open is nothing but where the state is new, in progress, on hold, resolved. If it is closed or complete, it doesn't show up under open. Okay, how many are resolved, how many are risk accepted, how many have a known errors, how many this is for table, like how many problem records are there in the table. Like this, you can just try to explore this. This is called as a menu. Beneath this, we have many options. Those are called as modules. We say create new module, assign to me module. Go and open a problem all module, then you'll open it. Okay, if I want to open problem form, one way is from here. I can open it like this. See, just by clicking on create new, it takes me to the problem form. How do I understand? It is problem.do. Okay, I have fields, I have to fill this information. This is called as a process flow matter. Okay, everything you're going to learn. Okay, coming here, other way to open a problem form, just type problem.do. Do in capital will help you open the form in new tab. Okay, if I give the same problem dot do in small in case, see, it opens within the current window. I can also use this problem dot form. Okay, if I give form in small letters, it opens within the same window again. If I use problem.form, it opens in the new window. These are shortcuts. This makes your real-time work more easy. Okay, so I'll stop it here. Any queries from anyone? I'll stop sharing the screen.